the stress gets harder, the like insecurities get harder. It's a world of insecurities. You get more confident, but you get way more insecure. Because at the end of the day, you working hard to just get approved by a designer or casting director, and they just gotta like you in a little 5-10 seconds they see you. And it's really competitive, bro. Like 100 castings, 95 of them is gonna be dubs.
Welcome back.
Let me tell you about my life, my place to make it through the strife. With a spliff up in my hand, a cup of hand and lots of ice. Gotta put in overtime, ain't no trace of crime behind. When your dreams as big as mine, ain't no time for none of that shit.
Niggas stay on that funny shit, nah nigga I'm moving so different. Feeling like a bad boy, goddamn it I feel like the Pistons. Bitches on me and they thinking I'm with them, goofy bitch keep wishing. Do what you gotta do, baby girl, that is your business.
What's good, YouTube? Alright, so I'm here to make a video that you guys been asking me a lot about, like how did I get into modeling. And so I was thinking, what better people to ask than the legends right here. It's my guy. Nah, two legends.
I'm gonna introduce the legend.
Exactly.
My guy. That's what we gotta do.
So we got Baba right here, and then we have Ibi. So we about to get right into it and answer the questions that you guys been asking. So one of the questions that you guys been asking is how we got into modeling. So I'm gonna let him answer how he got signed and things like that. So
I got a weird ass message on Facebook from my agent who for some reason was on the Brew College like class of 20 whatever page, and then she just messaged me like, yo, I just seen your profile picture and I want to know if you've been scouted before, and I thought it was fake. And then there was someone who was trying to be a model who I was showing it to. I was just at school. I was just like, yo, look at this shit. And then they were just like, well, that's the actual agency. So I checked it out. Did my research. Took me about a year to sign, but
wow, it was a long time.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you know what you're getting into.
That's a fact though. So a tip: make sure you know what you're getting into before you get into it. That's key. And how about you, Ibi?
Pretty much the same way, really.
Yeah.
I got hit up on
Instagram,
I think, yeah, and and we just went up there and
made shit happen.
Yeah, made sure happen.
That's social media is key nowadays. So do not listen to anyone that's saying, "Oh, you an Instagram model," or none of because the Instagram model is how you become a real model, as you can just see.
Funny thing is, we weren't even Instagram models.
Yeah, we was
just taking pictures, right? Like just taking regular pictures.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
Like for people who are already starting out, you already like have like an upper advantage, I would say, against a lot of other people who are doing it. For me personally, like I'm not signed yet. Like these people, we're gonna get into like the agencies they signed to and like the shows that they work for and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. But I'm in the process of looking for an agency right now. Looking for an agent. So, but basically, how I started, it was in college that I really like took it serious. In high school, I did like a show, and then that was about it. But like it was in college, and then FSA. That's I'm actually now the VP of that org. So level up. But so they had like a model call, which basically for a fashion show, and then I tried out, and then from that point on, it was just like continuous from then. And then
did that too.
Yeah, we did the little
fashion show. Yeah, facts. Just here. So them joints is lit. But
shout out to CCNY.
Oh yeah, facts. What's that? College of
City College
of New York. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's the one we did.
I was the only one that we really did. I was on the e-board for Baruch, and I would just like walk at the end with my own shit. Just to nobody was inside.
Oh yeah, by the way, we all from Senegal, home of the best jello. Talk nice. You know the vibe, man. Yeah. But so now we're gonna talk about like the designers that they work for and stuff like that. So like, who would you say were the most memorable people or the most memorable fashion designers y'all work for? So you can start.
The show that I worked for. It was recent. It was actually Dolce & Gabbana because I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Oh wow!
And it came out of like left field. I think that's the saying. But like historically, Louis Vuitton, that first one, because Virgil was like the black guy.
Oh yeah,
African designer, and that show, that setting was just crazy.
Yeah, that show was different.
Super historic. So
that show was different. I'm gonna put a clip so y'all can see the show. That crazy.
They wanna see me go, hey. All you gotta do is speak on you.
Definitely, Dolce & Gabbana is top show.
That's that's a vibe. And how about you?
My most memorable show we're talking about? Yeah, I would say Finch Young. Just because it was my first show and I had to do it with my son right now.
Yeah, it was finally, bro. I was our dream.
Yeah, it was like
together.
we had to
lit.
do one show together for me, and and that was it. And yeah, and the setup was just crazy. You know, a lot of
Definitely.
and a lot of those
Colors.
people. The craziest thing, a lot of those people that was in the show, I showed them in Milan, and they were like walking like crazy shows too. So it's like
Nah, that's
It
lit.
shows that you belong when you do shit with
Yeah.
like big guys like that.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe though. So one of the things also that we get asked a lot is like advice that we have for like upcoming models. And what advice would you have for anyone that's trying to become a model or trying to get into it and stuff?
This is about to sound cliche as. Can I curse, man? No,
Yeah, you can curse.
Cliche AF. I would say that.
Mm-hmm.
You literally just gotta be yourself. Because I see people literally try to be a model. And modeling, you can't find it. It's gonna find you.
That's a
So the
fact.
only thing you could do is try your best to be yourself
Mm.
until it finds you. Like
That's-
like opportunity is gonna knock eventually, and then
Mhm.
that's when you take it. Can't force it, but don't ruin it by trying to be somebody else. Because then
Mhm.
by the time opportunity knocks, they're gonna just be like, oh, I'm not interested in that. When they would have been interested in who you
Who you are, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. How about you? What tip would you give to
pretty
people?
much just summarize
Sum it up.
everything. Like, yeah, and it's like you can't be another person. You can't.
Bro,
Like if you're
everyone
trying
can
to,
tell, bro.
yeah, if you're trying to
That's
be
a fact.
Bobby's already there.
It's only one and only.
Yeah,
it's only one and only.
Feel me? Like so,
He's
you
already
might have
taken.
something that someone else doesn't have. So
Mhm.
it's like, yo,
Mhm.
yeah, try to be you as much you can. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we both know from experience that those times when we was trying to
Look cool
find
to
out
shoot.
what it is and look cool at the shoot, it just don't work. And then
Mhm.
you get dropped like this, replaced like this because it's not natural.
No, I feel you. I feel you. So y'all heard it from the best. Stay natural. Stay true to yourself. Cause believe me, like everyone else is already taken. Just be yourself. Like be natural, and just do your own thing. Like I feel like that's one of the things that a lot of people who started modeling, they doing it kind of like I don't want to say wrong, but like that's one of the mistakes that they making. They want to be someone who's already up there. Like I feel like everyone could also be a model in a sense. I feel like it's just all about like the look and how you present yourself. And like you don't have to try to be Baba. You don't have to try to be Ibby. Like you could just be yourself and then just continue working, and then you will get noticed that way. So like, what else do y'all want to say to anyone that's out there, like in terms of like being persistent and just
Oh yeah, you gotta like you think it's hard now, like just being patient and waiting to get signed. After you get signed, the work gets harder, the stress gets harder, the like insecurities get harder. It's a world of insecurities. You get more confident, but you get way more insecure. Because at the end of the day, you working hard to just get approved by a designer or casting director, and they just gotta like you in a little 5-10 seconds they see you. And it's really competitive, bro. Like 100 castings, 95 of them is gonna be dubs.
damn, I did not know that. I did not know that.
Like during Fashion Week, all day, every day, castings, and you see us with our little 4 shows or whatever. It's big, but you gotta think about the success rate, and you just realize it's super competitive, bro. Like it would be like 1,000, 1,500 guys going for
I look just like you.
that's what I'm saying, going for the same thing, and the show would only have like 40 of them.
Right.
Damn, that's
So it's super competitive. You're gonna get told no a lot, and you can't really take it personal because it's a business. And that's one thing we had to learn hard, because it's easy to get your feelings hurt, easy to want to like give up. There was times I wanted to give up. He talked me into like staying, and then
Same
like
way.
when he wanted to do it, because sometimes you need that, but it's gonna get hard. Like, and as long as you're ready, like that's anything in life though. Anything you always gotta go through there. It's never easy.
yeah.
It's a lot of hard work.
Like your time would always come. I feel like there's time into everything. Like you keep trying, you keep going. Like it's somehow it's gonna follow you somewhere. I don't know. Like you just
No, definitely.
yeah.
Like, because I feel like, even for me personally, I only tried out to go to like 2 agencies. Well, one agency basically. But when I went, they basically was like, my chest was too big. And mind you, right, I just walked in, and he looked me up and down, straight up. And he was like, nope, your chest is too big.
Yeah, you,
I'm like,
Not quick.
you didn't even see me walk. Like, you didn't, but I feel like that didn't really matter. For the 3 seconds that they see me, they already know like if I was a good fit for the agency or not. And I feel like that's one of the things also to stay persistent, because it's like an agency might dub you and then the next agency might be like the
That's what I'm saying.
perfect person that you was looking for. You know what I'm saying? So
So
it's
it's not
just
to go
like,
and change yourself just because you heard him know.
yeah,
I
facts.
knew so many people that got scouted through like work, like or like the most random places ever.
It's
like,
always random.
like random, like you might be just working and someone see you like yo, an agent, you don't even know they're agent, they just see you like yo, offer you a contract. Like it's
I know
just-
models that got discovered at working at Chipotle. I know one that was selling Statue of Liberty tickets down in Battery Park.
Oh, wow.
I know. I was shouting out to Jabali, and then the other one was Falu. Like, it's crazy, and then they start doing these. You know, one of them
Musa
was
got
straight.
something like that too. Like
Yeah, Musa was
work.
working at some
Yeah.
thing. Jabali got scouted at Chipotle and directly was a Calvin Klein exclusive, bro.
Oh,
From
damn.
Chipotle, bro. He was working a part-time job and he was in high school. It was crazy.
No, that's lit.
So just be you and just eventually you might meet that right person or the opportunity is gonna pop up, but don't try to force it, or if you hear no, just that don't mean anything. That really doesn't mean anything.
Nah, facts. And one of the things also, like in terms of like contracts and stuff like that, because I've heard a lot of stories as to where like people sign contract where they basically like the agencies basically like control your whole like image. They control basically like every aspect of your life. Like have you ever really heard or came in contact with anyone who experienced anything of that nature?
I mean, I've heard people talking about like modeling classes and signing contracts where like phony ass contracts. Like an agency's job, a true agency's job is you guys make each other money. Like they get you clients. It's just like an athlete and their agent.
Yeah.
Y'all help each other out. They get you the endorsements and this and that, and talk to your team, get you things like that, and then you deliver doing what you do.
Right.
The basketball player with an agent just goes out there play basketball. The agent helps them with the
The bookings and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's what we do too. A lot of people sign crazy contracts that don't let them gain weight, lose weight, don't let them have any say in this, or they gotta pay the agency. I mean, we pay for like certain expenses, but like you don't really pay the agency. You know what I mean? There's people that literally sit there and pay for classes, pay weekly to do this or do that, and it's complete phoniness.